Payne, and this is a message called 7 Keys to a Successful Book. So, as of recording this, I've written 28 books at the moment. One of my books is a bestseller on Amazon in its category, which doesn't mean it's a New York Times bestseller, but it's had 430 people download it this month. It's the last day of the month in Australia. So let's go through 7 keys to a successful book. The number one thing people search on, and the thing that they're going to pay a lot of attention to, is the book. Number one has to have an attractive title. So 7 keys to a successful book is something that a writer may be interested in finding out. What are the keys to producing a successful book? My life in writing is what I've found helps write a good book. I could have other titles to this, but they're not attractive. So you've got to have an attractive title, and you've got to have a title that promises a benefit to the person. It's got to benefit a person. So you may have a book about your life, and I can tell you that out of my 28 books, the book that sells the second least copies, so it's the 27th lowest seller of my books, is the book about my life. Until you're someone really successful and leading the world in something, people don't want to know about your life. The second aspect of a successful book is an attractive cover. There's many books that are on Amazon that you can search for. You can search under different subjects. You can tell many of the self-published books because the covers are inferior. You need to get a professional cover designer. You need to have a look at an example of his work and make sure that you get an attractive cover. It's I pay about $200 Australian, about $160 American for a cover. Now, the number 3 aspect of the 7 keys, you've got to have terrific editing. Too many self-published authors have a friend who reckons they're a proofreader. They have a friend who they think can do copy editing, and they've got a friend that'll do it for free, and they've got a friend that'll do it for on the cheap. Too many people who self-publish a book with limited finances go cheap on the cover. They spend months and months, even a year, writing a book, and then when it comes to actually having the book edited, they use someone who's not a professional. Unless the person is in a job as an editor, editing, don't hire a person, don't use a person who's not earning their living from editing. So I've got a terrific editor, and you can get in touch with me and I'll put you in touch with her, and she's not cheap. And she's done 17 of my books, and so she's amazing. Number 4, you want a well-written back cover, or a well-written description. People are going to look at the title of your book, they're going to look at the cover of your book, then they're going to read the description. And oftentimes there's not a lot of good work that's gone into a description of a book, and it's very important. You could spend more time writing the description than a chapter of your book. It's very important that you sell the book and you expand on the title. What are people going to get when they read this book? What benefits are they going to have? What are they going to learn? How are they going to be better people if they read this book? And you've got to put the reason why they should be spending their hard-earned money and spending their time more importantly, reading your book. Why? Why should they invest hours into your book, and what are they going to benefit? Another aspect that I look at before I even read the product description, before I even read the back cover of a book, when I'm on Amazon, I'll read the reviews. So it's hard to have a success of a book on Amazon. It's hard to have success on Amazon if you haven't got good reviews. So you need to write a book that will generate good reviews. And if you've got people reading a book, it's handy to have a part at the end of the book saying, I'd love to hear from you, encouraging people to write to you and encouraging people to write you a good and honest review if they enjoyed your book. It doesn't take much to write that in the end of your book, but it can generate good reviews for you. If you haven't got good reviews on your book, there's a chance that it won't sell as many as a book that has reviews. So you could have a book with a good title, a good cover, and similar to yours with 50 reviews, and you could have your book with no reviews, and the one with 50 reviews will sell a lot more than yours. Another couple of tips just to finish out. Key number 6, be transparent. When you write, be transparent with what you say. Demonstrate and illustrate your points using life stories out of your own life. Use honest and transparent stories to illustrate your point. Let people come to know you, not only your subject matter in the book as they read the book. And tip number 7, don't overwrite. Don't think that you've got to have a 100-page book and so write a whole lot of fluff and try and fill your book up with information. People will buy a 20-page book on Kindle now for 99 cents or a 30-page book. If you've only got enough material for 30 pages, keep it at 30 pages. Don't try and put extra subjects in or extra information in to stretch your book, to make your book more successful. I've got a book that hasn't got a wonderful cover, one of my earlier books called Writing and Self-Publishing Christian Nonfiction. If you're a Christian and you want to write nonfiction, that would be a tremendous resource for you to read, and you can get that book on Amazon. I hope this video has helped you, given you some fundamental tips, and I hope that you can write some feedback and comments on this video. God bless.